All right, guys, we're live on a stop. Looks like they're searching the vehicle. They got the guy in the curb. Oops, keep my fat fingers out of there. So we have a supervisor and two regular San Bernardino Police Department. Got 3 cars. And they have the gentleman on the curb right there. They're searching a vehicle. What is that? That's a beer bottle. Looks like Corona. Oh, here comes the sergeant. He's got to come address me.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's going on tonight?
Well, I have a camera. I'll give you 2 guesses.
Oh, okay. Normally we don't see a
No.
lot. We don't see a lot of people out here at 3 in the morning. Or 2
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
morning.
know.
What brings you out so late?
Cherries and berries.
I'm sorry.
The cherries and berries.
What do you mean? Oh, there are lights.
Yeah.
It's just a simple stop. Just a simple traffic stop.
I know,
Be a
but-
DUI driver.
Yeah, I saw the bottle on top. No, we always stop and make sure the police treat everybody right.
I've been doing this
Oh,
35
yeah.
years. If I hadn't been doing everything right, I wouldn't be here this long.
Yeah, most of the cops are okay. Like, and I don't like DUI drivers anyway.
No.
But they had the one in Mississippi. He got pissed off because he had to chase the guy. So when his buddies had him handcuffed, he walked up and sprayed him in the face and said, "Let's make sure he's complying." And that's why we do all that.
We don't.
And those cops should be fired anyway. So
I don't believe in that, and I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't tolerate that from my. I
Oh.
would never tolerate that from my officers.
shouldn't. So. And it's a shame because you got cops out here that are really trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then they go up and they're called pig, not because of them, but because John across town, did something. And so it's a shame. But yeah, anybody that's DUI, I film too, and I say, anybody that's a DUI, I film as well. And I tell people this is how it ends when you got Uber, you got Lyft, and you got the police.
Yeah, an average DUI arrest now will cost, the violator anywhere about 15 grand by the time he's all over. And done
Yeah,
with it,
fines, tow,
fines, tows,
city tow fee.
And then the hike in his insurance, and losing your license for a year. It's just.
And hopefully that's the worst. I mean, they had that one girl. It was somewhere in Central Valley, I forget where, but she slammed into that car just like 3 weeks ago. I don't know, you probably saw it on the news.
Yeah.
Destroyed the car and the family.
Yeah,
So,
I don't have. I've probably arrested upwards of about 200 DUI drivers in my career. And
yeah, it's a shame.
You from around here?
Yeah, well, in Ukaipa.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and do a FST.
He's gonna
Doing an
evaluate him.
FST,
Field
yeah.
sobriety test. He's gonna evaluate him, and he's gonna see if he meets the criteria for being arrested.
Yeah, hopefully he passes. We've had a few that have passed, but we have a lot that haven't. So
And it's just as important for us to recognize when somebody's not impaired as it is when they are impaired.
yeah.
The officer will start out asking him some questions about where he's been, any medical problems he might have, when he
Yeah.
last slept, eliminating other reasons why he might have been driving in the manner that he was driving.
Oh yeah.
And then he'll see if the driver wants to submit to field sobriety test. There's nothing that legally requires the driver to submit to field
Oh
sobriety.
yeah, I know.
We don't have-
Well, I know a lot of my viewers that watch on here always say don't submit. They
Right.
just say I want a breathalyzer, or go right
Well,
to breath or blood.
Yeah, they have a
So-
right to choose breath
Right,
or blood, or
yeah.
they have a right to not to choose neither.
Oh
Yeah, we have to tell them now. You don't have the, you have the law says you have to submit to a chemical test. It can be
Right.
either of your blood or of your breath, or you have
Yeah.
the right to refuse either one of those tests. However, if you refuse, this is what's going to happen.
You lose your license.
Well, you lose
yeah.
your license for a
Right
year,
there, yeah.
and we're going to go. We have judges on call. We'll get a search warrant. We'll take your blood anyway.
Yeah.
So either way, we're going to get the evidence. Either through warrant or through your consent, one of the two.
Yeah. Hey,
Most people
Shredded
consent
Chi.
because they don't want to lose their license for a year. And then even if they refuse, we get a warrant, we draw their blood, and say they're under an 08, say they're not,
yeah.
they still lose their license for the year.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that's why I always tell people on here. I say if I open the beer comes open, the keys go on the wall,
That's right.
feet go on the coffee
That's right.
table, and that's it. So.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and if this guy's not being overly cooperative with us. He's like tolerating us, but he's not being overly cooperative.
Yeah.
And so he's recognizing that my two officers there are younger officers, and he's trying to kind of intimidate him. When I talk to him, he kind of backs down. All right,
Yeah.
let me go over there and see what's going on.
Oh, okay.
You have a good
Oh,
evening.
you
Bye.
too, sir. Hey, we got Defane, we've got Shredded Chi. I think I saw Ivy, right? What we have here is we have a guy that's possibly allegedly DUI. You see the bottle on top of the car? That's a bottle. I think that's Corona. I zoomed in on it. It looked like Corona. So we're going to do a FST here. So far, they're being real professional. And, no matter how you guys feel about cops, I do not like people that drink and drive. I do not like that. I was telling the sergeant here, for those of you who've tuned in earlier, we had here recently locally a girl that wiped a car out, and she changed the whole family and everything because they lost people. It was a fatality. She's being charged, and I think it was a hit and run. No, maybe that was a different one, but there was one that was a DUI, and she totaled the car, killed everybody inside. And she'll be charged with vehicular manslaughter and DUI. So that's why I just don't care for DUI drivers. I do not. I hope the police, get them off the streets. That's the one time I'm okay with someone, being arrested. I mean, there's other times, but DUI, arrest them. Take them out of here. The other people, I don't like thieves. People that we have people in our city that go into your property and they'll take stuff to sell for drugs. Yeah, I have a hook on my wall for keys, and when I open the bottle, keys go on the hook. I go sit on the couch, listen to music, and drink. I don't even walk outside for the car. I mean, I might walk outside, but I don't drive. Yeah, I was talking about that one in Mississippi with the sergeant. Dude got pissed off and he pepper sprayed the guy in the face. He got fired for that. That Mississippi cop. You guys remember that? I think I did I don't know if I did an editorial on it, but it was all over the news for like a week. No, this guy's not doing too good. He's asking him, is this 0 step or is this 1? That's not good. He's already messing up. He should just do it. Like you guys heard the sergeant, he said that you don't even have to do breath and blood now. You can refuse, but then they'll get a search warrant for your blood, and you'll lose your license for a year automatic. But I think California Guardian said that if you refuse breath and blood, you lose your license for a year. It's gone. I don't drink and drive. Bottle opens up, keys go on the wall. You know. So I have my press credentials on, has my full name, because I don't really care. You know, I mean, and plus it reinforces that I'm a journalist. Although anybody in America is a journalist with the First Amendment. Now he says his ankles are sore. That's not going to help. And he's being difficult with the young cops here. That's why the supervisor's out here. Oh, he's not doing too. Oh, that was bad. I think this, and the passenger over here, he's trying to keep warm. He's just a passenger. Yeah, shredded cheese here too. He said if you refuse, it's loss of your license for a year. Yeah, I saw the cherries and berries. That's how I saw them, so I pulled over. I was on my way over to Fontana. They said there was an assault in Fontana, but I said I'd come here instead. Because, you know, I go there and there'd probably be nothing. Yeah, he goes, what brings you out here tonight? I said, well, or no, he said, what are you doing tonight or something? And I said, well, I got a camera. I'll give you 2 guesses. I don't know. Sometimes we get a little cynical, us cop watchers. But he was pretty cool. I told him, oh, I saw your cherries and berries, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But I have, like I said, I have my press credentials on, so kind of reinforces why I'm out here. I'm a journalist gathering content. San Bernardino police, by the way, is encrypted, so he knows I didn't hear the radio transmission unless I have the encrypted software, which nobody does. So they're encrypted. But I saw the cherries and berries. I didn't want to necessarily tell him I was driving around looking for cops, you know, but you guys know we're out here cop watching. And it is a shame because RBT, but guy in a skateboard. It is a shame though, the bad cops, because there are, you know, I believe there are cops that really want to do the right thing, but they get treated bad because of, you know, Joe or John across town that did something, and everybody's like, see, that's what the cops are about. You know, we had a cop here in Yucaipa. I think it was Yucaipa. Lady was having a hard time pushing her shopping cart across the road, so the cop stopped in the middle of the street and turned on his overhead lights, got out and pushed her cart across the crosswalk onto the sidewalk away from the road, and then got back in his car. So you have to give them props when they do good stuff like that. Yeah, dingoes and Sheilas. Dingo ate me, baby. Every time I hear dingo, I think of that. Dingo ate me, baby. Yeah, one of the paparazzis saw Russell Crowe, and they asked Russell Crowe. If he was from New Zealand or Australia. They said, "Hey, Russell, are you from New Zealand or Australia?" And he said, "Go get a history book and find out." And then I know somebody from Australia, from Melbourne, they said Russell Crowe's a jerk. He met him in a bar and he was a jerk. I guess he has a band and he tours around. Oh, Ivy, I know. That's where I got that from. Ivy was there was a movie with Meryl Streep, and I guess it's based on a true story, and she comes out screaming, "Dingo ate me, baby." And I guess it was a huge court case and everything. This dude is failing this test badly. This guy's gonna have to look up and close his eyes and touch his nose. I bet he falls against the car, watch. And I know some of you have said that he should have just foregone the FST and asked for a breathalyzer. Shredded cheese. Well, you mean the dingo thing? No, that actually happened in Australia. And if I remember, there was a huge court case over it because the mother and father were charged with murder or something to that effect. And then they found the baby clothes and they acquitted her of murder and said, yeah, the dingoes probably did kill the child. There you go. Yeah, Meryl Streep and Sam Neill play the parents in the movie. Sam Neill's from New Zealand. He's a Kiwi. I heard he's got a nice house too out in the jungle. Or is it the bush? Yeah, vineyard, that's what it was. Doesn't he have his own wine and stuff? His own winery? See if he got in with a guy named, maybe the last name Bob, B-O-B-B. It could be Neil and Bob Winery. Yeah, I've heard Meryl Streep is really rude. Yeah, I was gonna say his name, Cliff. Cliff Curtis is a New Zealander. He's a Maori, Cliff Curtis. He's a Maori, is it Maori? Maori? For those that don't know Cliff Curtis, he played the Latino guy in Training Day when he punches him and says, "That's for busting me in the mouth in my own pad." Okay, now what are we doing? Oh, he's gonna redo the finger test. Yeah, this guy's experienced here, Sergeant. He knows what he's doing. Now they're gonna discuss it. Yeah, I have no sympathy for DUI drivers. Shredded Chi, I've been out all night. Well, I was doing husband-wifey time on the couch, and wife's recovering. She told me to go out, get out and do some cop watching, so I went out to Hemet. It's quiet there. And then on the way home through Redlands, there was a car accident. 26 minutes it took CHP to get there. And then I said, okay, now I'm going home. And I seen the cherries and berries. This dude's talking really loud and everything, slurring. You have the right to remain silent. Have you guys heard that? You have the right to remain silent. What's he talking about now? Yeah, well, I did, I've only done 3 videos tonight. This is my 4th. Maybe my 5th. I think it's just my 4th. Last night was freaking busy, man. 7 videos last night in just a couple hours. But tonight, just 2 in Hemet. And the one in Redlands, and then, yeah, this one. Oh, I know. He's talking loud, and now he's telling him something. Because especially if you've been drinking, you start talking, you can hear it in their voice. I'm not drunk. I had a beer an hour ago. Just shut up. No, Shirley, we had a hit and run, though, in Redlands that I filmed. I got there were no cops, no fire, nothing. Just a car sitting in the middle of the intersection with the front end ripped off. It took about 20-something minutes for the paramedics to show up, and then 26 minutes the CHP showed up. It was a hit and run, so probably a drunk driver. So they've got the breathalyzer on the car. That's what that is. I believe that's a breathalyzer because it looks like he pulled out a black case. Yeah, that's got to be the breathalyzer, the black case. So I don't think he wants to do it. Okay, they're talking him into the breathalyzer, which is to his benefit, because if he does blood, the courts around here use blood as a more accurate test than breathalyzers. Breathalyzers, the attorneys will ask, when was it last calibrated? Who operated it? What's his certification number? What's his license for DUI tests? So a lot more goes into that. When they do blood tests, they'll just ask what nurse took the blood test at the hospital or drew the blood. He goes, "Who's this guy?" He pointed over at me and goes, "Who's this guy?" I'm the guy that's watching you give yourself away. I don't care for DUI drivers. But at the same time, and they probably won't, but the police still don't have a right to violate their rights and stuff or abuse them because they're DUI drivers. You still have to be professional, which they're being, very professional. But I don't go for... No blood, they can volunteer. They can say, I don't want to do breath, but you can draw blood. And then they'll do that. But if you refuse both, like if you say, no, I'm not giving anything, then they'll call the on-call judge and explain the situation, and the judge will usually give them a search warrant to pull blood. But they can choose blood if they want. He goes, deep breath, and the guy blew. He goes, no. Here we go. He's not blowing really hard. Whoa, what the fuck was that? I heard a boom. That was loud. Probably a firework. I don't have my scanner on me. That was loud.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, it's routine, what I've seen, yeah.
Are we the first ones you stopped and saw tonight, or?
No, they had a hit and run over Redlands in Alabama and San Bernardino.
Anybody hurt?
No, but the one car is pretty totaled.
Was it?
I think I filmed probably 30 DUIs. So
What do you do with the video?
YouTube,
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
yeah. Okay, he's not blowing really hard.
Yeah, he's playing games.
Yeah.
We're probably going to call him.
Yeah, we got 6 other people watching too. You mean the sergeant? Yeah, he keeps coming over. I think he's just trying to make sure I understand what's going on, but you know, I do this all the time, so there's the guy right there. I'll move back over here. That flashing light's not gonna help. 9 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, and it's probably really warm there in Oz too. Oh man, he's throwing up. He's throwing up now. Ugh, he slobbered all over the breathalyzer. The dude just slobbered all over the breathalyzer. He's under arrest. He just slobbered all over the breathalyzer. So he's now under arrest for suspicion of DUI. That was gross. So he wouldn't blow real hard. They kept telling him how to blow. And then that last one, he slobbered all over it. I think they're gonna let the passenger drive it home. He's sober. See, we don't get hurricanes and stuff. We get earthquakes here. He's trying to talk his way out of it now. But that's not gonna happen. I think they're trying to see if the other guy will drive the car home. And sometimes they do that. Ukaipa does that too. Yeah, I follow Ice-T on Twitter, Final Level at Twitter, or at Final Level on Twitter. And he'll talk to you too. He's really cool. So, but I was saying, sounds like they were trying to see if the passenger's okay to drive the car home. And Ukaipa's done that. Ukaipa, they called a girl's sister once to come get her car. She wasn't drunk. She just had expired driver's license. So they called her sister to come drive her home since she had a driver's license. So he's telling them they're going to draw blood, or he can do the breathalyzer, but they're going to get one or the other. And there's your beer, is Corona. He's got a good taste in beer. Just has a bad choices. He should drink his beer at home. Yeah, if they allow the friend to drive it, then he escapes all the tow fees. If the other guy can't drive it, then it's getting towed. Oh, they were running his driver's license. So if his driver's license is clear and valid and he's sober, he gets to drive home. The other guy's being arrested. He's still gonna have to pay fines, court fee. All right. He gave his phone to the passenger, so the passenger's gonna take the phone. Look at this, guys. He just got this car. He don't even have the plates yet for the car. So he just got the car. Doesn't even have plates yet. So he got a new car. He was happy. He said, let's go out and drink and celebrate my new car. And, well, he's going to be celebrating in jail now. Put him in the drunk tank. Oh, he'll have a metal toilet to pee in. He'll have a bench to sit on. Oh, they just asked the passenger how much he had to drink. Now they're going to check the passenger, and they have to do that. If the passenger's going to drive it home, we want to make sure he's sober. And if he fails, they're going to tow it, so I'll stick around. So I think they're going to let the passenger drive it. Oh, that'll save him tow fees. Oh, no, I understand.
We're going to release his car to his friend.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, there's no reason to tow it and cause him any more grief.
Right, and yes, also telling people he's got a new car because he don't have the plates yet.
Well, it's a used car that he bought. Yeah, about that. All right, we're about wrapped up here.
All right.
Good talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have a
Stay
good night.
safe and stay warm. All right, guys, so they're going to take off. Yeah, the passenger's going to go ahead and drive it home. I don't know if you guys caught that. The passenger went to shake the officer's hand and say, thanks, man, for letting me do that. And the officer waved his hand like that at him. He waved his hand at him. The guy went to shake his hand and he went like that. So he didn't want to shake his hand. I don't know why. He shouldn't have waved him off like that. He should have maybe said something, but, like I have OCD or something to that effect. I don't know, but that was kind of unprofessional. I'm a hard critic. I really am. I'm a very hard critic. So there he goes. Yeah, you know, a lot of times too, the sergeants, they have stripes because they're the ones that have the professional. You know, they've been out here a while. It's not their first rodeo or their first barbecue, so they're a little bit more professional. That's why they have the stripes, because they deal with the community a little better. Yeah, he was really professional. So there you go. We're out of here. And I got to get home, man. So look, there's towers right there. That's the police department. Right there's the police department. I believe. No, the police department should be up here. I don't know. There's towers. But anyway. Yeah, he was very professional. So I'm going to go and, I don't know, I'll go cruising and see if there's anything else on the way home. News now, you kaipa. Looking at my vehicle. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you later.